Animals in the wild must fight every day for their survival, so they can eventually reach adulthood and become less vulnerable. Have you ever wondered how difficult it must be for newborns of any species to make it to adulthood when there are so many predators out there looking for a quick lunch? What are the chances of a baby zebra reaching adulthood? What about a baby seal? If you want to see the hardships of growing up in the animal world, stay tuned as we count down 15 times predators target newborns. Number 15. Leopard. This leopard amuses itself with his baby impala before it kills it. For some reason, it enjoys playing with its meal for a few minutes before it decides to execute it. It almost seems like it's throwing the impala a going-away party, just missing the balloons and the confetti. Poor animal doesn't have a clue what's going on, and soon it will be at the pearly gates meeting with Noah. The leopard finally commits the act and enjoys its meal. This is the part where one can say that nature is truly cruel. It doesn't take much time before this leopard suffocates this little fella. It's always heartbreaking seeing newborns that barely arrive on this planet leave it just as fast. This leopard watches this young dik-dik before ambushing and killing it. It's such a tiny animal, it looks like this is dessert for the leopard. This leopard walks away toward a watering hole and notices a small deer. It doesn't waste any time and serves itself. Why are all these babies on their own? Where are the parents when you need them? Number 14. Zebra attacks baby zebra. Not only do zebra mothers have to worry about lions and leopards, but they also have to worry about male zebras. If the harem's females have recently given birth, the new dominant male may kill their foals to wipe off any evidence of his predecessor's genetic heritage and bring the females into ostrus to further his own genetic legacy. This male zebra holds this foal by the legs and the foal is almost about to drown. The male chases the baby, but its mother intervenes and defends it to the death. After a few bumps and bruises, the baby makes it out of there alive, thanks to its mother. The fights are vicious, with the zebras kicking one another, and sometimes, the dominant male is successful and manages to kill a young foal. This is another crazy battle, and the foal is being trampled on by the zebras. But the mother is trying her best to fend off the attacks. You can see the attacks happen while the female is actually giving birth. What a welcome the foal receives just when it barely takes its first breath. Could you imagine being born and the second you come into the world, you get slapped out by your dad? What a welcome that would be. These zebra battles are insane. Number 13. Komodo dragon hunting calf. Komodo dragons dominate the habitats in which they reside due to their size. They are carnivores, and even though they are thought to feed largely on carrion, they may frequently attack live victims in a sneaky manner. This video is not for the faint of hearts. These Komodo dragons are tearing to pieces this young calf and eating it alive. The mother of the calf is helpless and just watches its calf being prepped for lunch. I guess there's only one thing left to do. Add the salt and pepper and put it on the grill. This baby buffalo is taking a beating with its mother watching. What is it with these buffalo moms not trying to save their young? A chicken would fiercely fight the Komodo if its chicks were threatened, even if it meant death. Komodos are so powerful, and when they target a prey, like this young buffalo, there's no getting out of it for the victim. Another gruesome scene of a couple of Komodos enjoying their lunch in front of the meal's parents. I understand Komodos can kill the parents easily, but at least try to do something, right? Number 12. Lion attacking baby hyena. Hyenas are eaten by lions, but it is not a common occurrence. Hyenas are killed by lions to reduce the fierce competition the hyenas give the lions for food. Hyenas and other apex predators are seen as a threat to lions' territory and lives, which is why they are killed. Male lions, for example, may murder young animals of other species in order for their mothers to become sexually receptive sooner. This lion grabs a young hyena from its den and has it for lunch. Not much the hyena can do against this powerful male. This lion chases a tiny hyena cub and must perform a double axel just to grab the cub. Once in its mouth, the lion drops it to check out the playing field. The lion smells the presence of the rest of the hyena clan and ends up just killing the cub before walking away. The hyenas are devastated, but there isn't anything they can do, except gather all of the generals and plot for revenge. Number 11. Jackal hunting baby wildebeest. As soon as this baby wildebeest was born, the jackals grabbed it. They were not able to kill it, and it was stolen by hyena, which has quickly killed it and took it away. Where in the hell was the mother during this entire ordeal? Usually, wildebeest mothers are very protective of their young, but I guess this one was somewhere else looking at the birds. Some tourists came upon a newborn wildebeest that was either ill or too unwell to get up during a morning game drive in the Kapama Game Reserve. Despite the wildebeest's best efforts to scare the jackals away, nature took its course. People who observed the action later stated it was difficult to stand there and not intervene to save the young one. But that's what nature viewing is all about. Watching and not doing a darn thing about it. Number 10. Lion hunting baby warthog. This lion pride has launched an attack. A solitary lioness moves in for the kill, fresh off a hunting session with her cubs, and manages to catch a newborn warthog for her family's dinner. If you ask me, this little piglet looks more like the appetizer until they catch a real meal later on for the entire family. And it looks like this lioness doesn't want to share its catch. For these huge lions, it's child's play to kill a small warthog like this. Maybe they should try hunting something a little bigger with a little more meat. Before devouring their catch, lions like to play with it. This is supposed to be caused by maternal impulses and hormones that bind females to their children. Looks more like this lion wants to give this piglet a bath before eating it. Ah, life in the jungle, how sweet it is. Number 9. Hyena attacks baby buffalo. This hyena eats a newborn calf while some jackals wonder if they can get on in the feast. The hyena is all by itself, and I guess this was the same for the calf. It boggles the mind to see a practically newborn calf all alone waiting to be eaten. These screaming hyenas are on the hunt, and they've targeted a younger calf, but mama tries to fend off the attack. The calf is eventually captured and devoured by the hyena clan. A spotted hyena hunts a newborn buffalo calf right after birth. The calf bellows after being bitten, which attracts 4 more hyenas and accelerates the chase. The mother fights valiantly to safeguard her calf until the buffalo herd come to the rescue with increased bellowing. Finally, the herd wakes up and smells the coffee. Surprisingly, the calf grew stronger by the minutes. This little guy puts up a brave effort against these hyenas during the night hunts, but the hyenas are overwhelming for the calf, and it eventually succumbs to the attack. Number 8. Snake hunting baby bird. This baby bird just barely got out of its egg, and this huge snake pays it a visit. The only thing left to decide is if the bird will be served easy over or sunny side up. But that's not exactly how it plays out. The snake slithers through the nest, encircling the bird, but doesn't kill it just yet. Maybe it's waiting for its parents to come home so it can ask permission. This large snake doesn't waste any time and snatches not 1, not 2, but 3 newborns for breakfast. That's what I call the construction breakfast when I go to the restaurant with extra bacon and potatoes. Newborn birds are extremely vulnerable to snake attacks, especially when the parents leaves to the nest to go looking for food. This snake takes advantage of the situation and claims the lives of his baby birds. The security camera shows a snake sneak up on a couple of newborns during the night and has an easy time gobbling them up. I guess it was their time. Number 7. Ants attack baby rats. Ants may strip flesh and bring it back to the colony with their formidable mandibles. However, given their size and social behavior, ants rarely prey on rodents. Though in this video, a pack of red ants has decided to eat a baby rat. There are many others on the ground. It almost looks like a rat buffet. It's incredible how quickly the ants move and attack and bring food back to the colony headquarters. These ants are kidnapping mice from their home and eating them alive. Who said size was important? This newborn rat tries to fend off this large rat, and after a little rustle and bustle, the ant lets go of the rat and walks away. So I guess the rat is safe for the time being. Finally, it doesn't look good for this baby rat, and if its mother doesn't come around soon, it'll be served for dinner. Number 6. Lion attacks baby buffalo. This lion just kidnapped this buffalo calf right after it was born. I guess this little guy won't get to see what life in the bush is really like. Don't worry, buddy. It's a place full of violence and hatred. This lioness carries this calf to a safer place after the kill. I guess it doesn't want to share with the pride, or it's actually bringing a home for everyone to indulge in. In this video, the mother tries to protect her calf, but everything turns against her, and she becomes part of the menu along with her baby. That's the cruelty of nature. This mother charges these lions, feasting on her newborn calf, but it only delays the kill. Nothing will stop the felines from claiming their prize. This calf lasts 2 seconds after this lion charges and kills it. What a way to go. Finally, these lions finish off this young, but larger calf, and it's not much of a fight. Number 5. Cuckoo eats up bulbul babies. Cuckoo birds already have the reputation of being bad parents, but when you watch this video, you realize they're just nasty all around. This cuckoo bird decides it's hungry and savagely swallows these bulbul babies without thinking twice. No wonder this bird has a bad rap when it comes to parenting. It has no respect whatsoever for newborns. The babies yell as loud as they can, but that doesn't deter the mean bird at all. It's actually music to the ears. Number 4. Leopard hunting baby warhog. Leopards love to hunt young and defenseless warhogs. They're an easy catch, tasty, and will satisfy the big cat's appetite momentarily. This leopard doesn't waste any time chasing this baby warhog, and the warhog has no chance of escaping the grip of the mighty cat. It's time to add some nice vinaigrette to the mix, and dinner is served. This male leopard grabs another tiny newborn as it checks out the den to see if there's anything bigger. I guess the warhogs in the den are afraid to come out, and they would rather let their newborn fill the cat's tummy for the time being and live an extra day. I get it. But what if there are a few adult warhogs in the den? Maybe they could come out of there and challenge the cat, forcing it to let go of the baby. I guess that's not gonna happen. This leopard decides to play with its catch, a little baby warhog, before it turns it into mashed potatoes. Leopards, like other cats, have been observed toying with live prey before killing it. House cats rough up small rodents like mice and rats, according to experts, in order to practice hunting and defending themselves from injury. I guess this leopard wants to make sure this little piglet isn't going to harm it. Yeah, right. I don't know if this piglet is having an epileptic seizure, but it looks like something is happening the way it's wiggling its body and not getting up. This is enough to arouse this leopard's curiosity, and if the young warhog doesn't start running, it'll be over soon. The leopard's not even sure it wants to touch the little pig, thinking what it has might be contagious. Finally, a responsible mama warhog decides it's time to turn the tables on this leopard and chases it away. Number 3. Lion attacking baby zebra. Imagine just coming out of your mother's womb, barely able to stand up, and some huge lion just grabs you by the neck to send you back where you came from. Well, that's exactly what happens to this little zebra. It's barely able to hold itself on its 4 legs and becomes easy pickings for a strong male lion. The mother doesn't even try to save her baby. I guess it's sad, but understandable, considering she may have been killed as well. If you think that's bad, in our next video, this lion doesn't wait until this mama zebra gives birth. It just snatches the fetus out of the zebra's dead body to feed its cubs. In pursuit for food, a ferocious lioness sets her sights on a zebra foal. Zebras are fast, but they need a 5-second head start to have a chance of avoiding the lioness running after them at full speed. And that's assuming they're fully grown. Finally, this lion finds another young zebra and takes it down, not killing it immediately. I guess it wants to take its time with this one. Number 2. Jackal hunting baby seals. This jackal crashes a seal convention and manages to kill a baby seal without any of the big seals interfering. To be honest, I'm surprised none of the adult seals react to this. I guess they weren't paying attention and didn't see the jackal. This jackal comes looking for a meal on this beach and attacks a medium-sized seal, but the seal fights back. This is not a sure thing for the jackal, although it doesn't look like the seal will be able to get out of this jam. Jackals are not very big, but they're tenacious and they always target seal pups. But when the adults are around and watching over the youngsters like in this video, there isn't much the jackals can do but wait for the right moment to strike. Perhaps that moment will never come, but the jackal must wait it out and be patient, just in case it does. That's how things work around there. Number 1. The others. This young seal is trying to fend off a bird attack, but it's overwhelmed by the number of birds harassing it. It's like a swarm of switchblades slashing the youngster. But help may be on its way, as the seal's mother returns from the water and rushes to help her baby as the birds continue to attack it. Once the mother gets there, it's all over. The birds step aside and leave the youngster alone, but there are plenty of other young seals the birds can target, so this is just a part of the daily grind for these birds. A young Thompson's gazelle is killed and eaten by a huge male warhog. I believe that behavior is uncommon because the warhog is not particularly good at subduing prey, and thus appears to be limited to killing fawns within the first hour or 2 of birth. Warhogs have attacked older fawns on a few occasions, and even fawns as young as a few hours old are far better at recovering from the warhog's headbutts and fleeing to safety. The mother's reaction to the warhog also shows that this is an unusual occurrence. The female gazelle is usually hypervigilant when it comes to fawn predators, and hostile when it comes to smaller predators who don't represent a threat to the mother. This female does not act as though the warhog is a threat in any way. I'm guessing she's either delusional or has decided to abandon her child. This lioness is kind of surprised when it comes face to face with a young wildebeest. At first, it gives it a few friendly slaps to make sure it's not a mirage, after which it grabs it by the neck and takes it back to the kitchen for a little prep work. These wild dogs are tearing this young warhog to pieces and eating it alive. Wild dogs do this often, not showing any consideration for their victims. They just plow their teeth through the meat, dead or alive. When this leopard snatches this baby baboon, there isn't much the baboon's mother can do except feel helpless and frustrated. Leopards are powerful cats with strong jaws, and only a troop of baboons could challenge this big cat, which isn't the case here. Standing on its four legs is difficult for this young foal to keep its balance. The back legs of the tiny foal don't seem to work. It's clear that this little man isn't going to make it. Then another herd of horses appears in the area, intent on investigating the suffering newborn. It's adorable how one of the mares in this band attempts to assist the baby in getting up. Then the band's stallion approaches the infant and appears to nuzzle it, and you think to yourself, oh how nice, he's trying to help it too. But then the drama begins. The stallion snatches the youngster by the neck and begins swinging it around like a rag doll, attempting to kill it. This is outrageous behavior. At the very least, the stallion saved the foal from a slow death. But the stallion's hostility is disconcerting and unnerving. It's pupping season for these Cape fur seals on the southern tip of Africa. But they are up against a hungry and formidable hunter, the hyena. This hyena walks up to this baby seal, even with its mother right there, and grabs the seal as if it is his right. I guess that's the law of the jungle. We have seen how vulnerable all sorts of newborn species are to attacks from a variety of fierce predators. My favorite has to be the ants attacking the rats. It just boggles my mind how small creatures can be so organized and fearless. Which one was your favorite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below? Well, that's our countdown of 15 times predators target newborns. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. That's it for now.